Okay, here we go. So Julie Adams, Diamond Ambassador, on with us tonight. I love, love, love her story. Julie initially started off as a preferred customer. She ended up quitting Plexus, getting her money back, and then she ended up rejoining again as an ambassador later down the road. Julie, you're going to have to fill us in on that whole story. And I remember I posted her story once on Facebook, and I had this like family friend. He was not very nice, and he came and wrote in my comments, "So Autumn, this Julie person that you're talking about, you know, blah, 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 and does Plexus really work for this supposable Julie person?" And so anyway, I ended up going to Julie and I said, you know, "Hey Julie, do you mind coming to show yourself on my post so this person sees that I am not posting about a fake person?" Anyway, she did, and she was awesome. And she has an amazing story. You went fast start, senior gold, if I'm correct. So Julie, if you can just start off with, you know, how and why you came to Plexus and fill us in on that.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for having me. My name is Julie Adams. I live in Columbus, Ohio. And I look delayed to me. Can you guys hear me? Am I good?
Yep.
Okay. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I was a huge, huge supplement skeptic. Like, had never taken one, didn't like supplements. I thought they were junk and chemicals and artificial sweeteners, and just had never done it. I have a lot of friends who do supplements, and I was happy for them, but no thanks. So my friend Corinne Grodi, who actually is also a Diamond Ambassador now, she and I went to graduate school up here at Ohio State, and she moved to Louisiana, and Plexus is very big in the South. So she saw me complaining on Facebook about not being able to lose baby weight. I just had my third baby at 35, and it just wasn't working. I usually just exercised, and I did Weight Watchers, and everything just kind of came off. And this time it was not working. So she said, "You got to try this pink drink." I'm like, no, I don't. I'm not trying a pink drink. Like, what are you talking about? So several months went by where she's like, "You've got to try it. It's different. It's plant-based. It's natural. It regulates your blood sugar, which helps you not to have the highs and lows. You have more energy. You're going to love it. I'm telling you, I've already started losing weight. Just give it a shot." So I'm like, all right. She told me about the 60-day money-back guarantee, and that was key for me because I was convinced that this stuff was not going to work. So I'm like, all right, fine. She told me to try the triplex. I said, okay, fine. I didn't even know what that was, but I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So I have this newborn baby. I had 2 other small children at home, and I kind of took the products. I kind of drank my water, so I got kind of results. And I said, you know what? I cannot commit to this. I'm up all night with the baby. The girls are driving me crazy. I cannot do all of this right now. So I got my money back. She was devastated. And I told her, I love the products. I love how they taste. I really want to try this again and get it 100%, but I just can't yet. So a few months later, I decided to try again. And I actually had been a teacher for 12 years. I taught 4th grade for 12 years in a suburban school about 15 minutes from us. And my husband is also a teacher at a different school and a coach. And we had saved and made the decision for me to stay home that next year with all 3 kids. So I was so excited. I was staying home. I'd never been able to stay home with the kids before. And I said, "Hey, Mike, I'm going to try this pink drink again." He's like, "No, you're not. You just quit your job. Like, we cannot afford this." And I said, "Oh, but I can. Because if I get 3 or 4 friends to do this with me, my products will be paid for." So the only reason I started Plexus was to lose baby weight and to get my products paid for is the only reason I shared. And Corinne said, "Listen, the biggest regret I have is not sharing from day one." So she waited 5 months to share after she'd already lost like 18, 19 pounds. And she said, "Don't do it. I can't imagine where I would be if I would have started and shared and let people go on the journey with me." So I'm like, sure, why not? I was kind of a Facebooker anyway. I always had pictures of my kids on there. I'm fairly outgoing, and I was like, why not? Just see what happens. So I actually signed up on August 4th of 2014. I started sharing on August 8th when I started taking my products that day, and basically just said, hey, who wants to try this with me? Who's ever heard of Plexus? It's a natural plant-based product. At the time, we were actually allowed to say that my doctor had approved me to nurse my son, which I'm sure was extremely helpful because people knew that I would never harm my baby. And my friends and family knew that I just wouldn't sell stuff. Like, they knew that I was skeptical, and they knew that if I was doing this, this was something that was a really big deal. So the first day I started, I had 20 messages in 1 hour. And that was a light bulb moment for me, that people needed Plexus and they didn't even know it existed, because it's different than other supplements. And that's what I was so skeptical of. Even when I joined as an ambassador, I was like, there's no way this stuff's going to work. So as I went, I posted, and I still have never, since I started, not posted about Plexus at least once a day. That is critical. You have to be consistent, because your audience watching you is waiting for you to quit. I tell my team all the time, your friends and family are not waiting for you to fail. They're waiting for you to quit. They want to make sure this is a legitimate thing. It's not a fad. You're not just going to do something and move on to something else. So I started posting, and I started journaling online. I'm known for journaling online, just sharing my story. I'm not salesy at all. I've never once posted contact me, message me, my website, ever, because they know where to find me. Like, it's implied. I'm right here. They can call me, they can message me, they can text me. So I started journaling online what was happening to me weekly. I made it like a story. I am the main character of my Facebook page, but I share what Plexus has done to my life. That is how I've been able to post successfully. And I actually, so what kind of backpedaling, I want to get my products paid for. I had those 20 messages in 1 hour, which just, it was like, holy cow, this was big. This could be something big. And within 19 days, I had 19 ambassadors, which was crazy because they were not all mine. I happened to also have a little luck involved in this, because I had a lot of teacher friends and people who joined me who were go-getters, and they wanted to do this too from the very beginning. So I actually, if you ever watch, does anybody ever watch Rock the Pink with Michelle Thomas and Tim Thomas? They have a Rock the Pink live, and she came to Columbus, and I was 19 days in, and she's like, you have 19 ambassadors in 19 days? I'm like, yeah. She's like, can I do a little video with you? So if you go back to Rock the Pink, my 19th day of signing up, she does this interview, and I'm like terrified. I didn't know she was going to, I thought she just meant like on paper. Like, I didn't know I was going to be all over the internet. So anyway, 19 ambassadors in 19 days, and I ended up fast starting senior gold and had 52 ambassadors on my team in 30 days.
That is crazy.
Like, it was crazy. And I was such a whirlwind. Alyssa Snyder, she's also a diamond. Corinne Grodi, she's another diamond now. At the time, I think they were both gold. But they helped me along the way, like held my hand. I was in a complete like whirlwind. I didn't even know what I was taking. Like, I had 52 people on my team in a month, and I didn't even know what was going on. So had them being there was huge, because they trained me, they helped me, they trained all of us together, because we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know what we were doing. We just knew we liked it. It was working. We were having more energy. We were feeling amazing. And since this is a private call, I can tell you my testimony. I ended up losing 40 pounds of baby weight without doing crazy diets or exercise. It took a longer time, but just regulating my body, that was huge for me. So I lost that baby weight. But the biggest thing for me was the gut health. I didn't know why I was taking ProBio 5. I didn't know why I was taking BioCleanse. She just told me to, so I did it. But I've had stomach issues my entire life. I've had 2 endoscopies. I have extreme acid reflux. And I actually had carpal tunnel in my fingers, and it was really bad after Charlie. And all of a sudden, I'm like, whoa, my carpal tunnel's gone. Like, I can feel my fingers again. And I was like, no way, total coincidence. And I actually was able to get off my acid reflux, allergy, and anxiety medicine that I'd been on for 15 years. So that's where it becomes so key for you guys to reach out to people privately, because we can't share that stuff on Facebook anymore. At the beginning, I could. So obviously, that's a huge draw when people are like, what are you talking about? Like, how is that even possible? So that's what I share with my team now. Guys, we can't get past the FTC stuff and the guidelines and being compliant, but you need to share those stories privately, because those are life-changing. I tell everyone, if I didn't lose another pound in my life, I will never stop taking these products because of what they've done for my gut health. If anyone's ever had a panic attack, if anyone's ever had postpartum depression, if anyone's ever had acid reflux so bad that you have to like sleep in a chair sitting up, people need to know about these products. So that's when I got on a mission that I needed to share these products with my friends and my family. I was not stopping until I've reached every single person I've ever met in my entire life. And it's okay if they say no. It's okay if they don't respond. I remember the first time someone said no, I cried. The first time someone didn't respond, I cried, because I'm a people pleaser. I like people to like me. I like friends. I like family. I like parties. I'm kind of that girl. So that really, really hurt my feelings. But you know what? Because I got past that, and because I knew that Plexus was bigger than that no, or Plexus was bigger than that being ignored, and I took it more as it's just maybe not the right time for them now, because you would be shocked how many people told me no, flat out no. I mean, I was a no. And they're on my team now, or they're a customer now, or they've shared with someone else, or they're still happy for me, even if they're not doing Plexus. But now having almost 4,000 people that have signed up on my team, if I would have stopped at the first no, or if I would have stopped at the first time I felt embarrassed or I was out of my comfort zone, none of that would have happened. And the amount of lives that you can change by sharing Plexus are so much bigger than your insecurities, or so much bigger than that butterfly feeling you get in your stomach before you message someone. So I went Emerald in 7 months, Sapphire in 12, and Diamond in 20. So I went Diamond last March, which was amazing. Just got back from the Terranea Resort. I was unfortunately one of the ones in the bus accident, and it was pretty traumatic, and I actually ended up coming home instead of going to Hawaii this year. So I was not in Kona this year, but I did go last year, and it's just been a whirlwind, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Being able to be home with my babies, like, that's my why. Helping my team now get to the goals where they want to be is my why, and my only why at the beginning was my vain little goal of losing some baby weight. So it's amazing what Plexus can do and how much your journey can change, but the only way to fail at it is to quit.
Wow. That's an incredible journey. You were talking about Facebook, and can you elaborate on that a little bit more? So one of our questions from our team was, tips for captivating your audience on social media. And do you use Instagram and Facebook, and what tips do you have for everybody?
Okay. Yes, I use Instagram, but not like most people do. I am really particular about who sees my kids and who doesn't. So I do not make my Instagram public. My Instagram is almost the opposite of what most people's is. I use that only for people that I know. So Instagram are only people that I know their name, they're an acquaintance of somebody, because that's where I put pictures of my kids, and I can't make that private. And on Facebook, same thing. I have a ton of people on Facebook that I'm friends with, and I have people who follow me, but I'm very strategic about what when I post something about my kids, I always do friends, or friends accept acquaintances. So if you need help with those privacy settings, make sure you ask somebody. But I always make all of my Plexus posts public. So yes, I use them both. And yes, I've probably built 95% of my team from Facebook. And like I said before, it's online journaling. There are many, many, many times, even from the very beginning, that I never once mentioned Plexus. They knew from little things that I would do and say, but one of my biggest posts ever was my rings are flipping. That's all I said. Every woman on this earth and every man on this earth knows what it feels like when your rings flip on your finger. Everybody. You feel amazing. You feel like you're losing weight. You feel less inflamed. Like, that was instant. People are like, okay, like I'm planting the seeds every time I make a post. Another one was my husband and I used to share a pot of coffee. And I said, I cannot even finish this first cup of coffee. I love this stuff. That's all I said. It plants the seeds where people are like, I want to feel that way too. What is she doing? I'm going to keep watching to see. Planting the seeds, what you're doing right now probably won't come to fruition right now. It'll come to fruition like 3 or 4 months later, or even years later. Still to this day, I have people who will message me out of the blue who I have never, ever seen like or comment on a post. They've never asked me about it, nothing. And they literally will say, oh, okay, so I'm curious now. I guess this is working. I'm like, what? It took you 2 years to figure out that this stuff is working for me? But that's just, you have to do the feel, felt, found method. If you don't know that yet, write that down. I understand how you feel. I felt the exact same way until I found this, because I know how skeptical I was. So when I'm cold messaging someone, and I think that's one of your questions too, Autumn, when I'm messaging someone and it's an out of the blue thing, because I still contact people every single day, I say, hey, whoever, I know you've seen all my Plexus posts. I know you think I'm crazy. I know you think I've lost my mind. Be self-deprecating. Let them know it's okay to feel skeptical because you felt the exact same way. And it just opens up the communication. Like, I get it. I know you think I'm nuts. I would think I was nuts too, but I'm telling you this stuff works. It has changed my life. It has changed our financial future. It has changed my husband's life. My husband is an emerald. So we're a diamond emerald family now. He's a football coach and a teacher still and loves every second of it. So letting people know how much of an opportunity there is, the business side and the health side, you have to let them know it's okay to feel skeptical. And I think that's where I've been successful with even cold market or warm market cold messaging. People that I know, like, I get it. I know you think I'm nuts, but then I talk about it. So that's a really, really great strategy. If you're not sure what to say something kind of like that at the beginning, just to kind of break the ice, instead of being, hey, have you seen that all the ingredients in Plexus are natural and blah, blah, blah. Like, people don't want to hear that. They want to hear stories. They want to hear what could happen to them and what's happened to people that they know.
I love it. Okay, so do you have any, so that would be more or less your tip for kind of cold messaging people. What about sharing Plexus outside of social media?
Okay.
Are you one of those people that can like go into a restaurant and like sign up the waitress? Or like,
no, I'm so not. And that's what's so funny. And my upline is Alyssa, upline. She totally does that. Like, and she has a lot of success doing that. I don't do that. I'm really, really, like, I can't just go up to someone and give them my card. Like, I can't do that. It's just, they don't know me. They don't trust me. But I start to build relationships. So you need to start making a bigger network outside of Facebook. Join a Bible study. Join a play group. Join something where you're going to see the same people every single week. If you have smaller kids, you're going to meet new people at football practice. You're going to meet new people at dance. You're going to meet new people at soccer. If you don't have young kids, get yourself in situations where you get out of your house and you get off the couch, because that is the way that you're going to share Plexus. Put a sticker on your car. Is it directly going to have people calling you and just knocking down your door to get Plexus? No, but it's indirectly going to say Plexus is a real thing. It's still very, very new and people don't know about it. So what I've done is I wear Plexus t-shirts, and I'm not in your face Plexus, but I'm very passive Plexus. Like, I will open my Slim every single dance class at 11 o'clock. I don't drink my Slim until 11 o'clock because I know there are a bunch of dance moms sitting there watching me shake this powder into my drink every single week, and at some point it's going to come up. Or I'm going to hear one of them say, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, the baby was up all night. I'm like, oh my gosh, I felt the exact same way. Have you ever heard of Plexus? Boom, I'm in. But I'm not good with strangers, and some people really, really are, but I'm good with small talk, and that's all you need. I've always done that. It's not forced. I want to talk with someone if they're sitting beside me. I say, oh my gosh, I love your shoes, where'd you get those? And we start a conversation. We build that trust. We build that relationship. Plexus is not about a quick sale. It's not a quick fix, and it's not a quick sale. So it comes up in conversation. Listen for those cues if they say they're tired. Listen for those cues if you see someone like buying big cases of Rockstar. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, are you tired? Like, do you need all that energy? And they'll say something. Say, have you ever heard of Plexus? Have samples in your purse. Be prepared. Have a pamphlet. Have a brochure in your purse. If you don't have much to put into this right now, get brochures. I recommend brochures even over business cards if you have to pick one, because you can put your information on the back, but they need to leave with something that shows what these products are. Make sure you have just little sticks of Slim. It is expensive to get. Most people are like, what's it taste like? What is it? Have a sip and see. Have lunch parties. Have a small sip and see at your house with 4 people that you know. Use 1 bag of Slim. Put it in little Dixie cups. Let them taste and share your story. It doesn't have to be formal. You don't have to have this huge, big display. You just have to love people, and you have to love these products, and you have to get out of your comfort zone and do it. What's the worst thing that could happen? I tell my team that all the time. You're not going to die from doing this. You're not going to die from having a sip and see and being nervous. You're not going to die from messaging someone and they say no. What's the worst that could happen? But think of the possibilities of what could happen if you actually do it.
Okay, last question, Julie. What is life like as a diamond? And what inspiration do you have for some of the people on here? Some are trying to go silver, some are feeling stuck at gold, wondering, oh my gosh, I'm never going to make it. What can you say to them?
Okay, life at Diamond is so funny because life at Diamond for me is the same as life was 2 years ago. Like, it's so funny because my husband is like the most modest, humble guy on the planet. He's a country farm boy. Like, there's nothing that's changing besides being able to pay for things and put money away for savings and for college funds and really help our team and put it back into our team. And people always think it's this huge, big, lavish lifestyle now. And I have sweatpants on right now, you guys. Like, I'm wearing sweatpants. I have earrings on to look halfway decent, and I put like a little sweatshirt on. Like, nothing has changed. We were able to build a house that we would not have been able to build for years. So that has just been amazing. But the biggest thing has been the rewards of being able to help my team and give to charities every single month that we were so strapped that we couldn't do before. Like, that kind of feeling is just amazing. And when you feel stuck, like, trust me, don't think that everyone that got to the top did it quickly and did it fast. I had crazy momentum. My story is completely atypical, but trust me, there is this in between that you don't see. Everyone is there. Everyone goes backwards. Everyone has those feelings where I'm never going to be able to sign up someone or get a customer ever again. But activity cures all. I give my team 2 minutes to whine and complain about something, and then I say, okay, so are we going to make a game plan, or are you going to quit? Like, I literally will say that. And they're like, like, so are you going to quit? Like, what was your life like before Plexus? That's another big thing I say. What was your life like before Plexus? And they're like, well, I was kind of tired and I didn't feel great and I wasn't making any money. I'm like, so now is better, right? I'm kind of a tough love kind of person, if you can't tell. I was like that with teaching too. But it's true. I mean, what was your life like before Plexus? There's a reason you're on this call. You want this. You know that the possibilities are endless. There's a level playing field, guys. I don't have an MBA. I don't have a sales background. We have people who are diamonds with GEDs, and we have people who are diamonds with PhDs. It doesn't matter. It's what is your why? Is your why big enough to keep going? Is your why big enough to never, ever, ever, ever quit until you get to where you want to be? And when you're stuck, and when you're having a pity party, and we've all had it, you just want to crawl into your covers and put your pillow over your head. Like, I have it. I still have that. I'm like, get up. There are your 2 minutes. You're done. Your team's depending on you. Or this person really needs you to be on that call. What do you do when it's the hardest day? What do you do when you don't feel like doing it? That separates the people who will reach their goals and the ones who don't. Period. That's it. So activity cures all. When you feel low, if you haven't messaged someone today, message 3. When you feel like no one's ever going to get back to you, message 5 people. Do a live Facebook video. Get out of your comfort zone. If your comfort zone is here and you jump out to here, it can never get back to here. It's impossible. You're here now. It keeps growing. It keeps getting bigger. It keeps getting easier. But you need to commit to it. You need to make a pact with somebody. You need to find a power partner and say, you know what? We're giving this our all for 1 full year. Let's see what happens. That's what Alyssa and Corinne did. And now they're diamonds. They did not let each other quit. They knew that doing activity and sharing with people and getting out of their comfort zone would make their dreams come true, and it has. So that's my advice. The only way to fail at this business is to quit. That's it. It's the only way.
Julie, thank you so, so much. That was just so well needed by all of us. So thank you. We know your next training, but this has been such a treat to have an actual diamond train just our team. So thank you so much for.
Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate it
this evening, and we love your story. We love you now. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Feel free to hop off.
Thanks for having me. Bye, guys.
Bye.